Hey guys, welcome to this reading. It's a reading about a message from your spirit guides. And as you can see, there are 3 piles, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'll just give you a moment to decide which pile is speaking to you. Okay, so pile number 1. Okay, so pile number 1 with this beautiful crystal right here. I know there's some noise in the background. It's water, and I hope it's not disturbing too much. So these are your cards. I will start with this one right here. It's a frequency card. I will link all of the decks in the description below. As you can see, it's the selves reversed. Let's see it up here. But it came in reverse, the selves. So I'll just take the camera a little bit further here. Sorry, I just had to pull the camera closer so you can actually see what's going on. But you got the card, the selves in reverse. And this card talks about an identity crisis. It's really about being confused about where you are in your life and who you are. So this is really a card telling you to sort of embrace that sort of identity crisis, because we have to get lost in order to find ourselves again and to really figure out what you actually want in life. What are your true values? And even though you have created a life and you made certain changes, you can always rethink those changes and do something new. So really this card talks about being probably not in a very comfortable place, because an identity crisis doesn't feel good normally, but you probably would benefit from staying very open to any new opportunities coming to you and embracing these sort of changes in your life, and really sort of let go of who you thought you were or who you used to be, and then like embrace this new journey of finding yourself again and maybe starting new hobbies or exploring new things and ideas. So embrace this sort of moment to really dive deeper into understanding who you are. So that's the self. So let's take a look at the other cards right here from this tarot deck here. So this definitely goes pretty well with the selves here, like an identity crisis, not really seeing yourself clearly anymore, and probably not feeling that you have like any opportunities, not seeing things clearly. As you can see, she's blindfolded, but there's no one around her, and she can actually just walk away, you know. She's not really a prisoner, she's more like a prisoner of her own thoughts and her own limitations. So I feel like this card right here tells us that there are some things in your life that definitely needs to be changed. And this card tells me that you very much are the limit to these changes happening, and to embracing yourself again, and to take off the blindfold and see the opportunities that are really there for you. Because, you know, an identity crisis, as this card is explaining or representing, is really just a new chance to sort of transform and become a new version of yourself. And the 8 of Swords right here is sort of just letting me know that you definitely feel limited in certain opportunities and things in your life, but these thoughts are not a reflection of what is actually the reality, and you definitely have a lot of opportunities for a renewal of some kind. And so there's definitely something with your mindset and your thoughts that make you feel very trapped, but that's not really what's going on. It's not the reality. Like, you are not as trapped as you are feeling right now. So let's take a look at another tarot card right here. Okay, so you got High Priestess in reverse. It's funny because normally I don't do these cards in reverse. So that's definitely meaningful. Yeah, so I feel like there's definitely a higher lesson in the type of life situation and path that you're on right now. And I feel like it's very important that you learn to embrace your inner wisdom. I feel like you are rejecting, also like when it's reversed, I feel like you're rejecting a part of yourself or a part of knowledge that you actually have access to, but you're not. There's something about yourself and opportunities and maybe even some of your talents that you're not really seeing clearly. Like, you're not seeing yourself clearly, and I think this is also part of the identity crisis. There is something for you, but you are so sort of stuck in this type of mentality that you're not seeing yourself clearly, and that makes you feel like you are in this sort of crisis. You don't know who you are anymore, you don't know what to do with your life, you don't know how to create the changes that you actually want to create, but you do have this knowledge and there are certain talents that you have. Also, this is like a very intuitive card, so I feel like there's a lot of knowledge and intuition telling you, like, that you have access to and telling you what to do about the situation that you're in your life right now, but you're not sort of letting it come through to you. So you are in a sort of stuck mentality or a stuck vibration where this can't really come through to you in a way. So let's see about the last card that I drew for you. Show the world the real you. Well, these goes really well together, all of these cards. I know that I sort of drew it reverse, but I feel like maybe it's the way I placed the cards when I started, but anyway, it's perfectly fine that it is reversed in sense of meaning, because show the world the real you. I feel like you have this identity crisis, and the crisis is definitely that, like I said, there's something about yourself, about your opportunities that you're not seeing. It's not coming through to you clearly. There's a blockage there, and then there is this card really telling you that it's time to show the world the real you. So I feel like these cards go sorry, my English sometimes, they go together so well, and you're having this crisis because there are some blockages in understanding or feeling that you can actually show the world the real you, and maybe you don't know who that person, who the real you are. And you know, the crisis is there, the feeling of crisis and identity crisis is there because you do have this blockage, but it's not real. It's not the reality of your situation. It is very much like a mental state that you're in that makes it so you're not a vibrational match to the reality, you know, to your intuition, to all of this higher knowledge that you actually do possess, and to really understand the bigger picture actually of what is going on in your situation, and what changes you need to make in order to create the life that you want to live. So it's definitely interesting because the situation you're in is very clear, that you want to let dice this identity crisis and show the world the real you. And then also, like, the problem is actually your mindset about yourself and about what you're capable of. Okay, so it's definitely about, like, figuring out what type of mindset, what are your worries, what are your fears, why don't you think you're good enough to let the world see the real you, you know? What shames or what shame do you feel about yourself? Like, what is the reason that you don't just that you aren't authentically you in this world, you know? And there's a lot of times where we actually feel so much shame about who we are that we just, you know, we end up in this identity crisis because we have come too far from who we are and who we we want to be in this world. So it's really about like understanding your belief system here, like what is holding you back from showing the world the real you. Why can't you, maybe you can't feel yourself anymore, you actually have no clue about like who you are, what is authentic to you, and then that's definitely something you should look into. Or maybe you just feel ashamed and feel like you can't move anywhere, like that you're really stuck because you feel like people won't accept you. But it's not true, you know, your people will always come to you and accept you, and we can't be liked by everyone, and that's okay too, like that's impossible. But it's definitely something with your mindset, and that's something that you can actually do something about, you know. Meditations and doing inner work with these types of aspects of yourself and emotions and thoughts, that can be really good for you right now. I want to draw one additional card from this really cool new tarot deck that I've got. I'll just show you the package here, and I'll link it in the description. So this is what it says here. And I'm very new to this, so I don't know the cards very well, but I will just pick one for you. It's these cards, and they're very slippery, so I'll just fast forward. Okay, so I got this card for you. You can see it right here. And it's this beautiful card here, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. So I'll have to look it up in the book to see what it says, because these are very different, these cards. So it's not the traditional Queen of Wands. Maybe it is, but maybe it's not. So I'll have to see. Okay, let's see. Okay, here it is. It's a very cool, like, little book that you get with this. Okay, so I will read it out loud here. Maybe you can actually watch me while I'm doing it. The Queen of Wands. The one who bears the element in great abundance. She is the one who knows the depths of the fire in one's good on her. She is a form of friendly ambition. She has leadership potential, knowing where fire comes from and how to stir it in her followers where it is best used, etc. At her worst, she comes across as domineering, controlling. At her best, she is an organizer, a director, a true leader. This makes her independent. She doesn't need underlings to survive. Sorry if I didn't get that right. To survive, but she can direct them. Passion flows in her veins, and she can chase it on her own, but those under her wings, she is loyal to. So I feel like that's for you to feel into what that means for you. Maybe she has some of the qualities that you really want, and that you feel like this is part of who you are, and maybe you should try to implement those qualities in yourself and bring them forth if that resonates with you. But you can take it as it resonates. So that was pile number 1. That was for you. I hope it made sense for you, and I hope you can use it. Thank you for watching. So pile number 2, I had to move the camera a little closer so you can actually see something. So I have this beautiful crystal here. It's very, very pretty, very cute. All right. So let's see. I will start with one card. This is a frequency card, and I will link all of the card decks below in my description. So let's see the first card. Ooh, it's a good card. Joy. It's a very wonderful frequency and beautiful colors. So, joy. It sort of explains itself, I feel like. It's very much, either it says that right now you're doing something that you truly enjoy and makes you feel happy, and this is just a card letting you know that you are on the right track, keep going. And of course, if you're not doing things that makes you happy, this is a card telling you you should do something just because it makes you happy. Like, what would you do if you were a kid without thinking about like the consequences or why you would do something? You know, it doesn't have to involve getting something out of it like money. You just do it because you just purely enjoy it, like climbing a tree or playing soccer or whatever you wanted to do or like to do as a child, just for the fun of it. So definitely this card lets you know that you should do things that just makes you feel happy. More of those things. This is a great card. Okay, let's see. On this tarot. Okay, Page of Swords. I feel like this energy goes very well with joy, because this is also like, it's a page, so it's like still young on the journey, very curious. I feel like there could be something. I feel like getting knowledge. That's sort of what comes to me with these cards together too. That there is some sort of enjoyment in learning new things or being on a new journey towards something, but I feel very much is about like gaining some new type of knowledge and being curious about it and being excited for that. Because it's swords, so it's very much about like the mindsets and thoughts, and the communication, speaking words, things like that. But I feel like this is just a very very curious card that goes really well right now with the joy card. Also like the yellow that goes, or there is part of both cards and stuff like that. So I feel like this is definitely good energy, and they fit well together right now. Okay, let's see the other tarot. So Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Normally I don't do these tarot cards actually in reverse, but yeah, definitely a lot of yellow, and I feel like it tells a story, and so with this card what I get is that because it's also yellow, and the what is it called in English, because it tells a story that everything has yellow in it, I feel like you should focus on what makes you happy, and what makes you happy is what will bring you the abundance that you seek, the fulfillment that you seek, the place in the world that you seek. It all starts with joy. It all starts with doing something that makes you happy. Doing something that makes you happy. Let's say that this is the beginning. This is just the frequency, joy. So this starts with getting into a mindset and a feeling that you want to do what makes you happy. Then comes this journey that you're on. Okay, you are seeking knowledge. What makes me happy? What type of journey do I actually want to go on? What path is calling me? And then sort of looking in that direction. And by following that, like he has this yellow color on. So it's sort of like, okay, so he lets the joy move him in the direction that he wants to go. And maybe there are something that he needs to learn on this journey, some knowledge that you need to gain. And then you will be in this position where you have sort of followed this core. You can see that they're actually sort of looking alike, which is pretty cool, this and this symbol. So it's sort of like this is sort of like a journey, it starts with this joy. You go on the journey, you figure out what to do in order to live your joy, and research the things you need to research. And then you get to a place where you actually have the abundance that you seek. And she's just, surrounded by this yellow, and this is, you were able to create this place in your life and this sort of abundance and fulfillment because you had focus on your joy. That was what guided you there. Of course there are some steps and things that you have to do, but this just tells me that you have to also get a little practical about doing things that you love to do. But it's definitely, it's there for you. It's just this focus, is this mindset that you need to have. She has this focus on her joy that is represented of this right now. And when you take the journey and you start this journey, you can, as long as you have this as your focus, you will get there. So I feel like this is really a nice reading because it just shows a very beautiful journey of letting yourself follow your joy, just feeling it, not thinking about, just let yourself feel it. What is something that truly makes you happy? And then just follow what makes you feel good. Follow your joy. That's basically it. Follow your joy. And you will end up in a position where you will be fulfilled and you will feel at peace with yourself, and you will be in a position where you have actually followed your values and you live a life that makes you feel really good. Like she's surrounded by joy, you know? In this circumstance, this is what I feel about these cards together. And then this final card. Oh, a fiery climax approaches. Interesting. So Aries here. Let me see, because I almost feel like you're in a certain situation like that, you know, a fiery climax approaches. Maybe it's because you have already been on this journey, you know, you have actually followed these steps, and now you're almost like you're ready for this journey, or the things that you have followed to really, what is it called? To really show the results, you know? I feel like, okay, there's a climax approaching soon, and it's something that will be loud. It's something that you can't not see. So maybe it's some like a certain results of having done this for some time now that will actually, you know, really show you the results that you've been hoping for and looking for and waiting for. So I feel like something will definitely happen. Or it's like when you choose to actually commit to all of these things, you know, then you will see results, you know. It's not something that you will not be, that will be subtle, or that you won't pay it, like that you won't pay attention to. It's something that will be right in your face. Okay, so I just had to read about it just to make sure if there is some, like, another message that was important to come out to you. And all of course, with like Aries, there are certain you know, certain things that usually fits with that type of energy. So I feel like when you go on this journey to, you know, follow your joy and do what makes you happy, just make sure, of course, that you are not pushing others out of their comfort zone, or doing something that is not not kind to others, and, you know, just because you just want to go ahead and just, this is my way or the highway type of energy. But that you remember to stay kind to other people, of course, as you follow your journey. That's really what that comes to me with this card, additionally to what I've already said. And yeah, I feel like this Aries energy is actually good. Like, for the most part, I feel like this is positive energy, because it's like fast energy. You know what you want, and you are definitely like very headstrong about getting there, and focused. And I feel like this is a very focused journey. You know what you want, and as long as you just focus on that, like, and being kind to other people, not letting it out on anyone, and just you do your thing. But obviously you are considerate of other people's feelings. You know, it's just like, yeah, go for it. Nothing is stopping you. Go for it. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna pull one additional card for you, and this is from a really cool deck. I'm gonna show it to you here. It's completely new to me, so I have to read the cards out loud because I don't know them too well. I'll also link this in the description so you can just see them here. They're very slippery, so I'm just gonna fast track and show you the card that I got. Okay, so I got a card for you, and it just flew out. Okay, so I just got a card for you, and this is fun because I'll just show you. Okay, it's Queen of Pentacles. This is fun because in pile number 1, they got a Queen 2 from this deck, Queen of Wands. But yeah, it's a very beautiful card. It's a very happy card. So again, this is the yellow. I'm pretty sure that this will have the same type of message for you. Oh, I love this pile. This is so positive. There's a lot of positive things in store for you. It's really cool. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna show you now. There's this really cool book with it, and I'm just gonna find it and read it out for you. All right, and as pile number 1, I will just let you read with me. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles. She holds the fullness of coins, knowing their true worth. Money is nothing if not to support community, to share with those you love. The Queen of Pentacles is the queen of serving others. She knows fullness in coins by converting them to actual worth. Good food with friends, mutual and mutual aid and support and love. She is warmth, support, care, and so are you. So are all of us at the core. If you believe otherwise, then you've already given up, bud. So that's really cute, and it goes perfectly well with this whole pile of joy and of, you know, doing what makes you happy. And it's fun because, you know, they're talking about coin in this one, and both, as you can see, Queen of Pentacles, which is pretty damn cool. I didn't even think of that. So, you know, it's just, I love when this type of synchronicity shows up in a reading, because it's just like a very big sign, you know, and something to really notice. Like Queen of Pentacles, as this card right here says, this is you, you know, we're all kindness. She knows the value of this coin, which is her joy, and she wants to share it with the world. So maybe you have something like your joy, your work, whatever this situation is for you. Maybe you have something that you actually want to share with others. You know, share your joy, share what you love to do with others, and, you know, make money out of your joy, you know, because she knows her worth, and she knows the worth of her coin, of what she brings, you know, to the table or to the world, the type of work or whatever it is that the situation is for you. But she knows like that her joy and her living her joy will abundantly give to other people as well. So this is just beautiful. What can I say? Just go ahead and do what makes you feel happy. This is just a confirmation really to just do that, okay? Thank you so much. This was your reading. I hope it resonated and that you can actually use it. So thank you for watching. All right, last but not least, pile number 3. So this will be your reading. I put the camera a little closer so you can actually see what's going on. And this beautiful crystal right here, I just love it so much. Very, very gorgeous. These crystals are actually my sister's that I'm borrowing, and they're for sale if anyone interested. But they're super gorgeous. She has a lot of crystals, very like high quality crystals, but they're just very beautiful. All right, so let's start your reading. I have these cards right here, and I will start with the frequency card right here. And just to let you guys know as well, all of the card decks I will link in my description below. So your message, and this is from your spirit guides, they want you to know. Okay, so you have self-trust in reverse. So this card tells me that that you lack trust in yourself, as it implies being in reverse. But it's definitely a card telling me that you could be in a really down place, because when we lack the trust in ourselves, it's really difficult to, you know, to live our lives and to be comfortable and to feel safe sort of in the decisions that we want to make. And we can be really stuck because we don't trust ourselves to actually make a move forward, and then we rely on other people to make decisions for us, and that's never good, because they can't know what's the best thing for you truly. So this is really a situation where you need to learn how to trust yourself again, and there can be a lot of ways to do that, but it's definitely I think a big theme for you right now, and an important thing for you to work on, because self-trust, sorry for that, self-trust is important to live a life that is authentic to us and that we actually feel happy, because we need to trust ourselves that we can make the right decisions for us, and that we don't have to ask other people what is the right thing for us, because they can't know that. So this is probably a big theme for you right now, and let's see what the other cards have to say. Okay, let's see, Miss Tarot deck. Okay, so you have Judgment here. Okay, so I feel like, also because this is a reading from your spirit guides, and I just felt like what just came to me is that there are actually a lot of opportunities coming your way right now. And with the lack of self-trust, it might not reach you. I almost feel like your spirit guides is like trying to really show you and give you a lot of opportunities, but it's like you don't, it's almost like you don't trust it. Like maybe it's because you feel like it's too good to be true, or that you just aren't aware of it because you just are feeling like, you know, that feeling when you just are so like feeling really down that you don't really notice the good around you or the opportunities that are actually here for you. So it's like either it's that situation, or the thing that you just actually don't trust those good things coming to you. And this can be people too, you know. It can be people in your life that because of things that you've experienced earlier, that you just don't trust that they're good. And also what the information that I get right now, what I sort of feel is that there can be, you know, all of these information that your spirit guides are actually trying to convey to you right now, opportunities, they can come from, you know, so many places. And it's like you have to really open yourself up to trust other people, or to, obviously not everyone, but you have to believe that there are people in this world that you can trust, you know. Listen to what it's sort of like, I feel like there are messages for you and they're coming from different people or different situation. You might see synchronicity and things, you might see synchronicities and different types of signs coming to you. And also maybe because like you're trying to make some decisions in your life, but because you lack this self-trust, you just feel stuck. You don't feel like you can make any decisions because you just feel like you don't know what is right for you. So I feel like there's so many things coming to you, but because of this lack of self-trust, you're keeping yourself stuck in a way. But I feel like there are actually a lot of information, a lot of signs, a lot of opportunities coming, and I feel like your spirit guides are definitely trying to get your attention with this. But it's like you're not moving because you don't trust the signs that you get. You don't trust yourself to make that first move about certain things. So let's see another card here. Okay, so 6 of Wands. I feel like this sort of message goes really well together. It's like there's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of success for you. It's almost like this says just do it, you know, just do it, take the risk, do it. You can actually trust yourself, but you just I feel like you're not letting yourself have certain things or take certain chances because you just don't trust that you can make good decisions for yourself, really, you know. But you actually can. It's really like, yeah, there's a lot of success waiting for you, there's a lot of opportunities, and there's a lot of, feel like, good people actually supporting you in things. But and if you're around people that you can't really trust and that aren't good for you, then you definitely should move on, you know, and look for people that you actually can trust, because you don't deserve to be with people that don't support you in the things that you want to do, and that makes you feel bad about yourself, you know. You need people in your life and deserve people in your life that will make you feel like you actually can trust yourself. You are good enough, you know. And will help you support to make self-loving decisions. Maybe, yeah, I feel like that's definitely a big message, because that's coming right now, that your spirit guides really want you to understand that you should be with people that love you and that actually support you in making self-loving choices, that you can actually trust the people around you to help you with this situation, to help you, you know, turn this around, so you can actually trust yourself in the decision that you make. But you might need help from people around you, you know, good people, because you're just trusting yourself when we have gone through different things and maybe we don't feel that type of love, self-love, that can be really hard, and you need people in your life that will help you in this process. You're not supposed to do it alone. That's a very strong message, that I feel like you're not supposed to do this alone. Okay, so the last card I have for you: balance, spirituality, and practicality. So let's see. Full moon in Pisces. Okay, so I feel like this card really tells you, let me see, it's almost like balance, spiritual and practicality. I feel like you have sort of avoided, or not avoided, but not been in touch with sort of the spiritual part of life, or that you have, like, there are, again, like I said, I feel like there's so many messages coming to you and a lot of opportunities, and that you're not clearly seeing them right now. So I feel like you would benefit, you know, from, you would benefit from practicing spirituality in the way of like meditating, or actually trying to listen what this opportunity or these opportunities are, and what type of messages are really trying to get to you, so that you can actually move forward with this type of issue, with the self-trust, because it is keeping you stuck from this type of success and moving forward in a certain situation. Might not be in everything, but if you have a certain situation that you're thinking about, this just might be that, you know. But there are certain, I feel like there are certain, there is some sort of a disconnect, or a not wanting, but sort of like you can't, maybe not wanting, really seeing certain signs trying to come to you. Maybe you're afraid, or maybe, again, like you're in surroundings that aren't benefiting you in trying to find certain answers, or understanding a certain truth about something. But there's something about maybe being in denial about something. I feel like situation, maybe with people. Again, I feel like those people keep coming to me, that it's important that you feel loved, and that you're with people that you can trust, and that will make you or support you in your dreams and what you want to do in life, and to, you know, help you practice self-love. So I feel like there is something, like, I feel like you would benefit a lot from meditating, and to really dive deeper into what are these types of messages, what is, because this is also a message from your spirit guides. So I feel like they are trying to convey something to you. So maybe you should do a meditation where you actually directly speak to them, or listen to them. You know, there's a lot of guided meditation too on YouTube that you can find to see, okay, what are a very clear and direct message for me right now, because this reading is also, there can be like many people watching, and a lot of energies and different types of messages that's for you and for someone else. So I feel like with this pile, that it's definitely something with people, I feel like. So I feel like there's, you know, if this doesn't resonate, like, you should do a meditation, maybe, is to get a very clear, direct answer, because I feel like they have something very clear to say to you, something very direct, a very direct message. And maybe like this is the message that you're waiting for in order to achieve something, or to be successful, or to move forward, because there is some sort of stuckness in this pile. And with this also, it can be like that you are too, it can also be that you're too, like, not putting any actions behind things that you already know that you should do. And that's where, you know, that you feel stuck, and you practice spirituality more than you practice practicality, because maybe you know all of these things. Maybe you know that you're with people or person or whatever that is not good for you, but you're not practically doing anything about it. Or it could be that you're just living your life and not understanding or seeing the messages that are here for you, you know, the higher spiritual messages. But I feel like your spirit guide has a very clear message, and is really trying to get your attention with something. So yeah, I will draw an additional card for you. And this is from this deck that is new to me. I will link in the description below as the other cards. As again, they are new to me, so I'm not so super familiar with them, so I will read out from the book. But these are the cards, pretty cool, and very slivery. So I'll just draw one for you, and then I will probably fast forward and then show you. Okay, so I got this card for you. This is the back side. And this is the card, the Devil. So these cards are very different, but super cool. So I just have to take the book and to see what it says, because it's not necessarily the normal type of devil that we know from tarot. So I think there are actually more devils in this deck. All right, so here it is. Very cool book too. So I will do this and we can read together. Okay, so what it means. Aren't we all owned by our desires, but how often can we be led astray by them, tempted by another, tempted to give in to something we ourselves want, but will never admit? This devil is not recognizing yourself, it's another person, thing or situation tapping into your primal hungers. A moment when you act like a brat because you want to be noticed. Eating when you are already full. Sure, things like cheating as well, I suppose. If the other devil is finding that in yourself to feel it, this devil is when others take you for a ride. When the situation itself makes it feel impossible to ignore, but recognize it's not impossible. We all make choices. There's just another thing to blame in addition to yourself. Alright, so I feel like this goes pretty well with the message that I kept receiving about another person, a situation that is actually not good for you. And yeah, I feel like it's time to break free from someone or something, probably someone that's not good for you. You should trust yourself more, like your intuition. Also with this card, like Pisces is a very intuitive card, so you should, this is turned this like reverse, but you should probably really work on doing this and then trusting yourself more, and not maybe if there's another person influencing you in a negative way, you probably shouldn't listen to them. But for more like info, I would definitely do a meditation, because I feel like this pile is a very direct message trying to come to you, like that is important for your success. And this is just too much, like, because this is a YouTube video for a lot of people, or for whoever will resonate with this is just not specific enough. And I feel like there is something for you, so I would definitely check out more about this very specific message for you. But this is the reading, and I really hope it resonated with you. And again, take what resonates and just forget the other stuff that doesn't. And I hope that you can use this in your life. And thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. Bye.